Well, South Africa's population consists of over 57 million people with a large youth majority. 66% of our country's citizens are under 35 years old. This has massive implications on how companies understand not only their employees, but also the consumer landscape. To discuss that, we're joined by Rachel Thompson, who's the Insights Director at GfK South Africa. She joins us now. Thank you so much, Rachel, for your time today. I can't keep up anymore. There's millennials, centennials, Generation X, Y, Z. Who is who in the zoo? Just explain it to us.
Sure, Siki, I'll take you through it. So millennials are your, also known as your Gen X. They are, Gen Y. They are anybody between the age of 22 to 35. And then lower than that, we have anyone under the age of 22 and right down, and they are your Gen Zs, or otherwise known as your centennials.
Okay, and they think differently, they operate differently. Why?
So there's an evolution that's occurring well, across the world, and definitely we see it within South Africa as well. So we're getting this rapid change, and we can see it occurring amongst the millennials and coming through the centennials. And through looking at the evolution of change, we can start predicting future behaviour. And there definitely are differences that are occurring. So one of the differences is just with the whole political environment which they've grown up with.
Yeah.
The centennials have grown up with being known as the born frees. They never really witnessed the days of apartheid, although they see it around them, whereas the millennials may have seen some of that. And sort of one of the consequences of that is that your centennials, some of them are the most educated in their families. And with that comes a lot of pressure to succeed and a pressure to make social change for the communities.
Okay.
There also are other changes that occur, like just the fact that centennials are totally digital natives. They've never known anything but a cell phone or a smartphone in their hands.
Yeah.
And with that, they interact very well between the real world and an online world, where it's quite naturally balanced for them. Whereas millennials, they've had to adopt into that.
Yeah.
There are also other changes that we can see from our research, where millennials are very outward focused, so they're very much focused on how others portray them, and it's very important to them how other people see them, and that they get recognition from other people. Whereas the centennials are very comfortable in their own skins, and they actually almost relish in it and enjoy the fact that they might have an individual aspect or individual feature that they then want to accentuate.
Okay.
And whereas the older generations might have covered that up, and they've learned to just embrace what naturally is theirs, and they know that with that they can enhance it and possibly make change through it.
Okay.
Through the individuals.
I think numbers-wise, the fact that the young people in this country under 35s are 66% of the population, it makes sense for brands and for products to understand how each of them think. But beyond it being a numbers game, why is it important for brands to actually understand the youth and young people in South Africa?
I think they definitely need to understand them. I mean, not only are they a large proportion, as you said, but they're also influencing spending. Even the younger people, the real youth in our country, are having a massive impact on how their parents shop, and they're also quite demanding. So they're demanding that companies are more fluid, that they are more authentic, that they're more open, and they're also demanding that that brands offer them more customized solutions. They see themselves as individuals, and they understand their individual quirks, and they want brands to understand them as individuals too. And therefore they want you to offer them customized solutions that meet their needs directly and change their lives in a very real way. However, saying that, they also the great part about them is that they're very happy to collaborate and work with brands to ensure that they can get that perfect product for them. So, you know, we need to adapt to this changing environment, and we need to start reaching out to them and offering them a chance to collaborate and co-create with us to create new products, to disrupt the environment and to innovate.
Yeah.
So fantastic opportunity as well.
And they've grown up with disruption. We'll leave it there. Thanks for your time today. That is Rachel Thompson, who's Insights Director at GfK South Africa.